this was a staff-to-staff exchange, and I was, basically unaware of it. And the chief of staff contacted the vice president's staff, said, "Do you want this?" They said no, and we didn't deliver it, and that's the end of the story.
But why was he even asking for that?
Because somebody delivered this to our office and asked to deliver that to vice president.
Wow. So there's Senator Ron Johnson being asked a bunch of questions by CNN's Manu Raju, and not my fault, but I think Manu just took the phone off his face before he started recording that. It's a little bit blurry there, a little bit of face sweat maybe all over the camera. Either way it goes, Ron was running away. He didn't want to talk about some of the new information that's been revealed from the Select Committee hearings on Tuesday that talked about one of his staffers trying to give this slate of fake electors to a Vice President Pence's staff member so they could flip this election. Again, Ron Johnson, who's been on full-throated defense of Donald Trump and everything happening, was apparently part about this. Let's look at what the Select Committee had to say because they pointed this and broke this down very well. Watch.
Documents produced to the Select Committee show that the Trump campaign took steps to ensure that the physical copies of the fake electors' electoral votes from 2 states were delivered to Washington for January 6th. Text messages exchanged between Republican Party officials in Wisconsin show that on January 4th, the Trump campaign asked for someone to fly their fake electors' documents to Washington. A staffer for Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson texted a staffer for Vice President Pence just minutes before the beginning of the joint session. This staffer stated that Senator Johnson wished to hand deliver to the vice president the fake electors' votes from Michigan and Wisconsin. The vice president's aide unambiguously instructed them not to deliver the fake votes to the vice president.
So that last part of that text message there was blocked by the translator there, but here's a graphic of that bottom part in case you didn't see it. So Sean Riley was Ron Johnson's staff member asking all those questions, but Chris Hodgson, who's the vice president's staff member, did respond at the end there on the bottom right with "do not give that to him," asking for those alternate slate of electors for Michigan and Wisconsin to be given to Vice President Pence. Don't give it to him because they knew how bad this was. So Johnson was running away from these questions about that exchange. This is what he had to say about more to Manu Raju.
Did you support his efforts to try to get those slates to the vice president?
No, I had no knowledge of this.
Who was the person that delivered?
I had no involvement in an ultimate slate of electors. I had no idea this thing was going to be delivered to us. Got delivered staff to staff. My chief of staff did the right thing. Contacted the vice president's staff. They said didn't want it, so we didn't deliver it.
Who's the person?
Again, that's the end of the story.
Who's the person that delivered it to your office?
I have no idea.
So did you not know what was being talked about in terms of like what this document was?
I was aware that we got this package and that somebody wanted us to deliver this vice president. We reached out. They didn't want it. We didn't deliver it.
So when you were aware of it on January 6th that morning when your chief of staff texted the vice president's office?
I was aware that we got something delivered that wanted to be delivered to the vice president.
And
again, I mean, guys, this took place in, I don't know, span of a few minutes, and this story ended. There's nothing to this.
One a little bit of technical difficulties on top of everything today, you guys. But we were right in the middle of Ron Johnson and his fleeing from questions about what happened with his staffer trying to hand off those documents or those alternate slate of electors to Pence's people. He was running, but he also had one more scheme up his sleeve that didn't really work out. Though, watch.
I can see your phone. I can see your screen. Does your chief of staff still work for you, Senator? Can you explain what happened?
The old I'm on the phone trick when you want to walk by like some solicitors outside of the grocery store that you want to have to talk about Greenpeace about anymore. You're like, I'm on the phone, I'm sorry. Except we can see your phone, bro. You had to give up the ghost. This damn reception, T-Mobile. Ron Johnson's in trouble, you guys. He doesn't want to talk about it because he was part of the problem. What are your thoughts, Yasmin?
Yeah, whenever he was talking about it, I think he said something along the lines of, it's not a big deal. It is what it is. It's done, whatever. Yeah, it's a non-issue. And he does this thing. I have a friend who used to do this thing where she would tell us something ridiculous that she knew that we wouldn't like, but she would say it in a way that was very nonchalant, as if to try to trick us into thinking, oh, I guess it's not a big deal. But it doesn't work, right? And that's basically what Ron Johnson has done or is doing actively. We have the text messages with his aide and the Pence aide. We know that he was involved in this process. We know that he was given all these fake electors, and somehow, for some reason, he was the one who had to get it to Mike Pence. And the thing with what he did is that he confessed to being complicit in an attempted coup, and then he brushed it off as if not a big deal. It's fine.
And you know what? When you say something like this is not a big deal, this guy sits on the Homeland Security Committee. Seems pretty important. You've got mysterious packages coming into your office that you have no idea where they came from, and just your aides and your staff members are all in control of, and you have no idea what these things are. They can get handoff to the Vice President of the United States, and you don't have any part in this whatsoever. Fine, that's his story, right? He's not angry about it. He's not curious. He's not wondering why his staffers are going under behind his back to make him look bad, by the way, because we don't know these staffers' names. We know your name, bro. You're the head of this office. If nothing else, at best, he's incompetent, has no idea what's happening in his office. And then what's left is for him to say, I don't know, they're doing things behind my back. Aren't you ready to fire those people? No, because those people are him. That's Ron Johnson. That's a part of the whole, the entire scheme. It's a non-story. Let's run away.